Do your job.
Marcos Villegas for FightUpTV.com, standing here with Leonard Garcia. Leonard, we last saw you in action against the Korean Zombie in what was a rubber match, and I wanted to talk to you a bit about that bout.
Okay. A
lot of people were expecting brawl, you know. You and him were a bit more patient this time going out, the second time coming around. Why was that?
You know, I trained for a technical fight with Nam Pham. Nam Pham was a boxer, and he was talking all this smack about how he was going to do a lot of boxing. So I kind of bailed on wrestling and jiu-jitsu and went to a boxing gym. You know, did a lot of kickboxing. So my technique felt a lot better in this fight. I was able to hurt the Zombie as well with some punches. You know, there was a couple of them that I got in there that I seen that he was a little rocked. I was hoping he would get rocked and then answer the way he did the first time, just try to fight me, standing up. And he had a trick in his, in his hat trick. So it was, my hat's off to him. He did a great job. He caught me slipping, or it was an unexpected move, and it was something that that I had never seen before. So when somebody's able to do that to you, it humbles you and it makes you feel like, all right, he was smarter than me, and it pisses you off. You want to go into every fight and be better than the other guy.
When you got into that position, what was going through your head?
He took my back, and in the first fight he body triangled me, and I was able to turn into him. So I was waiting for the body triangle, and when he trapped my leg, I didn't know what was going on. I was kind of like, okay. So when I sat up, I was going to look for a knee bar, and then when I sat up, he started grabbing at my arm. So I was like, hey, he's going to try to arm bar me. So I gave him the arm so he could go and I could end up on top, because I'm like really good at staying out of arm bars. Then my arm was just trapped behind him, and I was stuck. Like, I remember trying to move and I couldn't move. Then he grabbed my neck, and that was a few seconds later. It was over with. My back started popping. It was kind of a weird position, but it's just one of those things. I'd never seen it before, and now I'm able to use it. I've learned the move, learned different ways to get out of it, learned ways to put people in it. So I'm really excited about trying to use it. Maybe I'll catch him in it next time.
Now I want to switch topics a bit. I want to talk to you about your best friend, Donald Cerrone, and his feud, I guess, with a man by the name of Cole Miller. What's your take on that? Where does all that stem from?
And when me and Cole fought, Cole had like a kind of an attitude. He was arrogant. He was cool with me. Like, we never had any disrespect with each other. We're always, handshakes, say hi to each other, and talk just fine. But him and Cowboy always had friction. And Cowboy was an unknown back then whenever we fought. And Cowboy told him, hey, pretty soon I fight at 55. Leonard's gonna drop to 45, and I'm gonna come get you. And it started from there. It started as a joke. He told him that, and then Cole was like, well, what's wrong with you now? And then he was like, no, I'm ready right now. So they almost fought at a restaurant.
Oh, wow.
And then this has happened, like every time they see each other, they almost fight. And it puts me in a weird position because he's actually my buddy, but Cowboy's my brother. So, I'd have to do whatever. If Cowboy started fighting with him, I'd have to fight with him too. So, I don't know. I don't think it'll be a competitive fight at all. Cowboy will kill him. It's just the way it is. Cole's dropping down to 45, and if I'm interested in that rematch as well, just because I think he's a great fighter, and maybe it'll kill the feud between them two. So it'll be good.
I wanted to see also, what do you take on the whole Rashad leaving, your camp and everything like that? What are your thoughts on everything that has transpired up to this point?
Me and Rashad talk all the time, man. He was like a big brother to me and Cowboy when we first got out there. I kind of see where he's coming from. Like, he was at the gym first. He helped start, build up Jackson's, and then he gave John Jones the title shot. And John Jones is the one that kind of slipped up and said, yeah, I'll fight Rashad, after they had promised each other never to say that. So I can see Rashad's side, but I also see Jones' side of it. When you're at the top, there's not very many places that you can go. Anybody who's rising, that's a problem with being at the top. Anybody who's rising, that's who you're going to have to meet. So I see John Jones' side of it as well, which is also a really good friend of mine. I think just let them fight. Let them fight each other and let them two figure it out. After they fight, they'll be best friends. That's just the way fighting works. I don't like that it's tearing up, you know, relationships at the gym and stuff like that. Really, the guy who takes all of this and gets the worst of it is Greg Jackson, because you know, Greg didn't really choose sides. He didn't say, oh well, I'm going to be on Jones' side, I'm going to be on Rashad's side. You know, I actually talked to Greg after they announced that fight, and he was torn up about it. You know, so at the end of the day, it doesn't really affect the fighters; it affects Greg. So, you know, he's the one that takes it.